Well, we just dedicated the monument to the Navy SEALs.
We have World War II veterans, Korean War veterans, Vietnam veterans, veterans from Iraq, Somalia, Afghanistan, Yemen, all the other places that SEALs have gone over the last 75 years.
Many of you young active duty SEALs think you are the model of this statue. You're not. And many of you former retired frogmen still believe you have the body men fear and women love. But I think the city of Virginia Beach and all in attendance would appreciate all you naked warriors keeping your clothes on for me through the rest of this speech. Seriously, it is my humble honor and I'm grateful to be here representing the men and women of Naval Special Warfare. Along with the sailors, veterans, and military and civic leaders in attendance, we're proud to join you to honor the men of the underwater demolition teams and to celebrate our rich history with the community of Virginia Beach.
About a year ago, I realized that there was no public monument to the SEALs anywhere. And Virginia Beach is where their earliest forerunners first came together in 1942. So I knew that something had to be done. I was a retired guy, I had some time. How hard could it be to build a monument? So I did it. I found a designer. I talked to the mayor first to get his approval and enthusiastic support, I might add. I found some people to design it from Clark Nexon. I raised the money, I pushed it through the city. We got somebody to build it and complete the design, and here it is.
I want you to know here in Virginia Beach and throughout Hampton Roads, we place great value on our long and proud connection to the mighty Navy SEALs, an elite group of warriors with members who demonstrate the highest levels of courage, heroism, sacrifice, and patriotism.
Well, you know, it was an awesome day today. We had 5 different sea turtles to release that came in through our Stranding response program.
Hey everybody, this is Mango Tango. It's one of our kids' release.
We could take these turtles out and put them in the water anytime. We don't have to really announce it. But you know, it's exciting to get people to come out here and see it. They get excited about it. For many of these people and these children that are out here today, it's the first time they've ever seen a live sea turtle. And they got to see 3 different species today, so that's a very unique experience for them. And we like to share that with the public. I mean, that's what the aquarium's all about.
He is fitted with a satellite tag. So when he comes to the surface, it'll relay the message to our satellite.
You know, the Stranding response team's been around now for more than 25 years. We've responded to over 8,000 marine animal strandings. And we've released, you know, more than 100 sea turtles like this. So it's very rewarding. This kind of a day is very rewarding to the Stranding team. So if you see a sea turtle in distress, whether you've hooked it, whether it's washed up on the beach, or you just see it floating in the water unusually and not moving, give us a call, 757-385-7575. We monitor that number 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Today we're having a dedication of a Virginia Historical Highway marker, and it's in honor of Colonel John Thorowgood Jr., who is a 6th-generation descendant of the city's founders, Adam and Sarah Thorowgood. Colonel Thorowgood is, he's about 30 years old, and it's been since about 1705 since Thorowgood was at the legislature. But when we see these winds of war starting, the county turns again to the Thorowgoods for leadership, and they elect him to the Virginia Convention of 1776. And the people who attend that convention, they want independence, and they're elected to vote for independence. So they write the resolution for independence, they write the state's first constitution. And then he's elected and attends the inaugural session of the House of Delegates, the General Assembly, and he serves for 6 more terms. His terms are interrupted by a 2-year period when he's captured as a British prisoner of war.
It's my honor to be here and to represent the military in this dedication ceremony. Our military has a unique and storied history, a history that deserves telling and retelling. One such story is the story of John Thorowgood, a patriot in the Princess Anne militia who stood up against tyranny, who valued freedom, who we owe a debt of gratitude to.
It's very important for the children to have a sense of history of their own region, to feel like they're part of the history. And so by having markers like this, and with the 7th Virginia coming in to help promote these markers, they should have a better feeling for their sense of belonging.
We are thrilled to be here in Virginia Beach for the 61st anniversary annual conference of Sister Cities International. Virginia Beach has always been a very strong partner and a member of our association, so it's wonderful to be here. The theme of our conference this year in Virginia Beach is Global Communities for World Peace. It means that the way we're going to actually get world peace is that if people come together and start meeting each other face to face.
It's important that we get involved in matters like this to open our IQ and to let us be part of a conversation that can bring peace and development for our communities in our various communities in the country.
Our mission simply is to promote peace through people-to-people connection, because this is back to President Eisenhower's premise that we're only going to truly build world peace one individual, one community at a time, maintaining that connection.
The best part is that we're making new friends, not just the city of Virginia Beach, but other cities and countries as well.
And so it is very, very important that we maintain these sister city relationships so that even with the ups and downs of the political scene, there will be a steady stream of relationships through the sister city programs.
With all that's going on across the country right now and the world, I think it's neat to bring people from across the world with the intention of communicating and learning from each other and hopefully building friendships.
Sister Cities is still doing the good work today, bringing Russian mayors together with American mayors to help us try to work through some of the problems we have in the U.S.-Russia relationship, and to really, I think, underline the fact that whatever differences we have, the commonalities between Russians and Americans far outweigh them.
Our Youth Leadership Summit has grown over the past 5 years. It's so exciting. This year here in Virginia Beach, we have close to 100 high school students coming from all over the world. We want high school students to understand that they can be part of the peace movement, that they can be citizen diplomats. It doesn't matter what age you are. It also gives them an opportunity for leadership skills. They get to do a simulation and role-playing as to what it would be like if you really had to sit down at a table and talk about these issues.
This assignment was dealing with oceans and food sustainability, and there's a dispute between two countries, the UN and the US Department of State, about a country that's been caught illegally fishing and overfishing, and it's been our job and task to be the ones that come up with a solution and come up with a way to make it equal and fair for everyone.
The theme this year is Oceans and Food Safety. So here today we were at the Brock Environmental Center, and the students were building oyster cages to help protect that population.
So I'm definitely looking forward to socializing with everybody and seeing how, not only how we're different, but how we're the same and how we can work together to make things different, like the oyster population.
It can be a life-changing experience for a young person. And most of the time, the people that come to this program will end up going on what we call a youth exchange or a student exchange. And you run into people later in life who have said that was a life-changing experience. These are people who are diplomats, and they say, oh, I got my interest in international affairs from a Sister Cities exchange.
This conference has been a multitude of cooperative people volunteering to make something happen. And that is the secret to something being successful.
I am absolutely delighted to be here, and I want to come around and come around and come around.
I just want to say that Sister Cities International is doing a great thing, and I'm so glad to be part of it.
It's a wonderful opportunity to visit this area and hopefully forge new relationships and build economic prosperity together.
I would encourage everyone to reach out to their local sister city and get involved, because you really can make a difference being part of Sister Cities.
USO Warrior Week is something that we put together 4 years ago. The mayor and the city council approached me and they asked if the USO could start doing more for the wounded, ill, and injured and the military here in Virginia Beach. Well, this week we brought together 8 different nonprofits that do primarily outdoor recreational activities for the men and women.
This is our 9th year of doing the Wave Warriors Camp. We have injured warriors from all over. It's amazing. Some of them come in a little hesitant, this kind of thing. Once we get them in the water, you're seeing today a lot of them standing up, sometimes on their first try, and they are just on cloud 9. It really is an amazing day.
Oh, I was just having a blast out there catching them waves, doing the race car, who was that, the Coffin Man, and trying to stand up on my one leg, but that was kind of difficult.
The water's a little cold, but the sun is nice and hot, so you come out, you're warmed up like that, ready to go back in.
The veterans that are out today will be interacting with our instructors through a trail ride as well as a hay ride. It's a great opportunity for both the families and the riders to interact with the equine community and for us to give back to those that help serve us.
When you ride the horse, you're not thinking about anything else. So you're just thinking about on the horse, so there's an element of just being detached from when you were hurt.
Warrior Week is a wonderful opportunity to give back to the families that have given so much to us. It's an opportunity for them to have a day full of fun, take their mind off of some of the things that keep them busy on a daily basis.
We provide free days of kayak fishing to wounded, injured, and ill vets in the area. They've provided a service to our country as volunteers, and we want to make sure that we provide them every opportunity to regain their lives that they had prior to their service.
We have jumped blind wounded warriors, we have jumped triple amputees, quadruple amputees, burned wounded warriors. To take all these individuals and throw them out of an airplane, it's a pretty amazing thing. And to see the impact of that, for a lot of these warriors, you know, it really is the spark that they needed to recognize that their life is not over, that despite their injury, they can still get out and live an amazing life. And that's what Jumping for a Purpose is about. I tell them it is about living greatly, it is about overcoming.
The opportunity isn't so much going skydiving for me. The opportunity ends up being, I get to be at the heart of all these people. There's supposed to be 30 to 50,000 people there just tonight. And tonight's not even the big night. And that's just people who want to come out and have a good time, show their American pride, show their support for their armed forces. And I'm just honored and proud to be part of it and be, you know, reminded constantly that I love this country and what I fought for.
We're trying to break down the barriers for people with disabilities. We do that by using specialized equipment and specialized techniques, and all of our instructors have been specially trained and certified by USA Water Ski.
I was able to do a little bit of adaptive water skiing. It was my first time out on the water like this. It was very exciting. I'm glad these guys were out here to give us the opportunity.
Serving the country is such an important calling, and so the ability to give back to them, the opportunity to do that, we just really appreciate that, and it's very near to our hearts.
Project Hero is it's a fantastic cycling program for the wounded, ill, and injured. They started at the Vice President's house on Memorial Day, and they've been riding bicycles down through Fredericksburg, Richmond, Williamsburg, and they're going to finish up here in Virginia Beach.
I definitely think offering adaptive sports is a great opportunity for people. After my disability, I was initially very worried about my future. Seeing adaptive sports and seeing the positivity that can come from that definitely helped mentally for me.
Today, we're getting ready to go on a boating trip, and hopefully I'll catch a big fish.
This particular event uses the fishing trip as the mechanism to get all these individuals together. All of the service members that have incurred some kind of injury in the line of duty and for the country, need a break from the day-to-day, routine of the therapy that they are undergoing.
We have the privilege of working with, I think, 30 to 40 Danish wounded warriors. So the Danes have really coupled up with the USO to try to reinvigorate their wounded warrior program similar to ours.
They're our brothers in arms. They got injured fighting side by side with American soldiers, so we want to do anything we can do with the healing process with them also.
I think it's awesome that even if you're missing both legs, you can actually have the opportunity to have some time on a surfboard. This is great that you go out of your comfort zone and you get to try things that you normally might never consider trying.
When I see these guys, the smile on their faces, it gives me energy to keep on helping them doing this.
They're trying to pick out the good things that we've been doing and try to implement it back with their folks back at home.
It's a great experience. I'm glad that we have the volunteers to participate in events like this. It's a great help for everyone.
It's better than good, amazing.
To have someone that can say, come on down, we not only will take care of your lodging, we'll feed you, and then we'll let you go out here and try something amazing, something that might quite literally change your perspective on life. It's amazing.
More than anything, it's the camaraderie, the having your brothers and sisters be a part of your struggle and seeing, and they understand what you're dealing with.
Just the caliber of people that you come to know at these events is insurmountable.
I think oftentimes people think, oh man, a wounded warrior, they're probably damaged, they're fragile, they're this, they're that, whatever they think in their mind. Oftentimes we crush that stereotype and they realize that these individuals with their scars and injuries and things they have are incredibly motivating and just all about overcoming and driving forward and setting the example and making a difference not only in their own lives but in the lives of others. So Warrior Week is this amazing opportunity to bring them together with tens of thousands of people that come in to watch these concerts and enjoy the beach, and now you have this added component where you get to see these amazing young men and women who are doing these incredible things.
Today was the unveiling of the signs in Virginia Beach, dedication
of Virginia Beach Boulevard to the honor of Dr. Martin Luther King. We're the only city within the 7th city, I believe, that hadn't honored him, such an icon, a legacy that helped transform our nation for a lifetime. And for our great city to not honor him, I think was a disservice. So by coming forth and asking that the initiative take place was great.
This is more than a sign. It's a symbol. And there are 4 more like this along the boulevard at Atlantic Avenue, Bird Neck Road, Great Neck Road, and Newtown Road.
The last place is Newtown Road. When you turn on that road, you will be able to come down to the African American Cultural Center. So that is strategic for us, for our young people. Just an empowerment to know that our city matters to them and care about them through this week.
Very important to me to be able to dedicate something to a role model that allowed me to be here and so many of us to be here.
We are the Southside Harmonica Club. It is great to see all you people.
We had an invitation to come play our harmonicas. We start with a patriotic song and end with a patriotic song. And we managed to squeeze in a military medley.
It is a program, it's mainly for people with blindness and low vision.
They have different speakers come in every month.
We have music, we have all kinds of people.
It's very interesting, very educational.
I'll tell you, this group here today was one of the more enjoyable groups that we've been with. They seem to respond more. I saw a lot of foot tapping.
I feel this is a good chance to get to know everyone and just kind of get socially active.
I don't think that people with disabilities should be isolated from other people, so it's a good thing to come out to an event like this.
It drives you nuts staying home all the time. And my husband enjoys it when he has peace and quiet for a couple hours.
Now it's your turn to get out there and check it out. Visit vbgov.com/libraries.
Hi, my name is Bill Gay, and I'm a fitness instructor for Virginia Beach Parks and Rec. I teach body pump classes at Great Neck, Bayside, and Bow Creek. I have not always been into fitness. In November of 2010, I had a triple bypass, and that sort of gave me a wake-up call to get active. I discovered the rec centers. At first, I was just a member that loved body pump. After a couple of years of that, the body pump instructors encouraged me to go through the training process. They said, you know, you've got a fitness story, and you're going to inspire others to get active that maybe aren't. From then to now, I've been able to certainly turn my life around. I eat better, I sleep better, I feel better. Certainly, if I could get off the couch, put out the cigarette, step into a gym, starting out just finding out how to work the elliptical or the bicycle or whatever it is that you're going to do for a workout, and then discovering a group fitness class that's fun and works for you. If I can do it, you can too.
Now it's your turn to get out there and get pumped. Visit vbgov.com/parks.
It's amazing that we're celebrating a quarter of a century of a partnership that has been so positive for both cities.
Today is a special occasion to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Sister City between Miyazaki and Virginia Beach. Now this tree is going to be dedicated to the future generations of both Virginia Beach and Miyazaki, Japan and America. Let us plant this tree. Mr. Mayor, please call.
3, 2, 1. Good job.
That's it. Good job. Today we were able to plant 10 trees in special commemoration of this wonderful occasion. We have 8 young students
They are middle school students, and they came here to participate in this exchange activities. And they are basically representing Miyazaki City, young ambassadors from Miyazaki.
They're very excited about that, about being here.
Sister City Exchange is all about building peace through all the communities in the world. And I believe that Virginia Beach Miyazaki program is just doing the best we can to build that bridge. We really appreciated this wonderful opportunity.
Officer St. Elmo Trower, his end of watch was July the 12th. He was killed in a motorcycle accident pursuing a speeding car. Deputy Tiedemann was participating in some vigorous physical training, and he died of a heart attack. And Officer Porteous was struck and killed by a hit-and-run driver during a traffic stop on 18th and Atlantic, June the 16th, 1952.
Today was overwhelming. I never expected him to have a street named after him. He was a humble person, and he would have never expected this.
It brings back memories, but it also is kind of joyous because you see that he's not forgotten.
My granddad died in 1923, so obviously our family doesn't know a lot about him. By all accounts, he was an officer that was well loved by the other officers in the department. Our family really appreciates what the city has done and what obviously Ryan Holmes and also the Police Association of Virginia Beach has done.
The whole purpose of founding the Police Foundation was to memorialize those officers that have died in the line of duty so folks don't forget. We want to continue the meeting of memorializing our officers to let people know how much we love them and how much we miss them.